Listen. You're listening to Elebetter TV and radio. You are listening to Elebetter TV and radio.
I don't already on you. No, no worry. I will do this anyway for stuff. Try photo. Let's get the show on the road. Oh. Good morning and welcome to this first buffet on Elegbeta TV radio. My name is Idafi Matthew. So you love to come with the Elegbeta One of Sports. Yes, it's Thursday. I have a payback to do. Yesterday was 33 minutes, so I have like extra 27 minutes to add up to today's news. It's going to be a very long one. Stories are breaking. People are performing their dramas everywhere you turn. There is one drama or the other. Sometimes you just want to, believe that there is this banana republic thing that people are talking about is true. Emperor, I'm not calling you Udoh Remileko anymore. Emperor, how are you doing? Guys, there's a breaking news that I saw. You know me, I don't like doing breaking news anyway, but I saw one story that police have sealed off NFLMC's office, and I'm wondering, does the police have the right to seal off a private business's office? Like, people using the Nigerian police for personal, their own personal purpose right now, because it's strange anyway. But hey, let's focus on the story. I'll come back to it later. But I saw it on BSN Sports, and so my guys, this is crazy. Just looking at it. What Timothy sent me that one, is my wingman. It's the guy who gives me all that I need. So let's see what happens at the end of the day. Let me just read it as a short story before I go to the headlines. Probably let me do the property. Let me go through the headlines, the stories, and then we'll come to that. But it's just, the pettiness within the Nigerian sports space. This practically is the reason why we can't grow. When people say that the football ecosystem should grow, these are the reasons why we can't grow. Okay, there's too much politicking. There is really no developmental structures, policies, and all that. It's just all politics, and it's crazy. But I think that there is so much as people can do. At some point, people will bounce back. I just hope that we're not setting ourselves on a course. Imagine we're going to the World Cup. This would just derail the whole World Cup plans anyway. But let's see how everything goes at the end of the day. Headlines first for you. NPFL Akuneto received esteemed Eunisell Golden Boot Award. That's a good one. And group threatens to shed blood if NFF elections holds on the 30th of September. Wahala dey. Super Eagles midfielder joins Japanese side. You want to wonder who that Super Eagles player is. Those of you on social media would have already seen it anyway. Wednesday, UEFA Champions League wrap. Messi makes history. Haaland continues. Show Potter's pot to Chelsea's not off to a good start. Allegri's Juventus fall apart. Juventus own and that Chelsea draw shall cost me. The Juventus own, I never even go there, so I won't bother. But a Chelsea draw cost me. English coaches. Let me not start with Potter today. We are disappointed and frustrated with the 1 point. Graham Potter. You never say anything. Okay, just see. People are just starting. I know I seen at this, so now your suffer continue. Well, let's focus on the main stories now and see where it leads us to. Last season, NPFL top scorer Chijioke Akuneto, I like his name, I just like the name. Chijioke Akuneto has received his golden boot and cash reward of 3.8 million naira from sponsor Eunisell. Akuneto, who scored 19 goals in the 2022-2023 season, received the prize yesterday, September 14, in Lagos. That's beautiful. The Eunisell Prize, instituted in 2018 by the oil and gas company, rewards NPFL top scorers with 200,000 naira per goal. I just I'll go bring my boots back and begin play ball. So at this rate, I need them to buy equipment for this studio. I need to play ball. I said this can go well. Hey, so Nigerian football, no, they don't get money. Small money though. Well, let's move on the juice. I just look forward to the day, shall we? Some of this award with the go day in dollars. Well, some people go say, I don't start. Which dollars? I want to destroy the Nigerian economy. But delegates, they pay delegates dollars now. Nigerian politicians, they pay dollars. Why do you say when they reach the common man matter? And that's why they want to support economy. They want to make Nigeria great again. They want to spend naira to make Nigeria naira solid. But when you reach election, politicians they spend dollars for delegates. I just say, I'm just thinking out loud, like Ed Sheeran. But let's go. Other winners of the Eunisell Prize are Mfon and Sanusi Ibrahim 2019. Isreal Abia 2020. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that one day it will be paid in dollars. Okay, there was a letter that was spreading, that was flying all over the place yesterday. If you're on my Twitter feed, you'll see it already. A group of football stakeholders called Nigerian Football Stakeholders has said that blood will flow and they will not hesitate to bomb the venue of the NFF 2022 election scheduled for the 30th of September in Benin. The amazing thing in this whole conversation is that the sports ministry received the letter. Now, the sports ministry did not move further to action on it and say this is a threat to human life. The president, we see the presidency, when the president swore the oath of office, one of the things he swore is to defend Nigeria, to defend us against external and internal aggression. This is an aggression against the state, right? But the sports ministry received it and it's in circulation and everybody's just relaxing, everybody just feeling fine. Like the content of the letter. Okay, this is my conclusion, sir. This is my conclusion from that letter. I said, and they want to beat me, they beat me. I said this thing have the backing of the minister. And the minister is not backing this letter. It would not happen. And like I said before, and all of these dramas that are happening, is because the candidate of the minister, unfortunately, is not getting the traction that shows the projection does not show it would win the election. The people, they wanted to move it to 111 delegates. Unfortunately, the status of the NFF does not allow that. They want, a force majeure situation where they would amend it so that the additional people that they will bring in will be manipulatable. Currently, you can't manipulate these people. And like I said 2 days ago, if the election is held today, Shehu Buso is the next NFF president. I don't care what anybody says. Tell me that I'm lying. Shehu Buso is the NFF president. The next possible candidate is Shehu Diko. But hey, let's keep our fingers crossed and just enjoy. To me, it's a movie now. So I'm just enjoying it. I'm in the cinema. I'm enjoying the movie. And when I see that people who go as high as go to school in Harvard can be so, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like I said some time ago on this show, I said Nigerians who go and get doctorate degree abroad or PhD abroad, I don't value them because they don't come back and impact society. A PhD holder is supposed to be somebody who comes in and do research and help the nation go forward. Our own scientists, the only thing where our scientists they do, correct me if I'm wrong. Now Agbo, where they let presidents they make love to woman for 10 hours. Agbo, where they let prick stand for 10 days. Yes, let's say it the way it is. If people feel they brag about sharing blood, let's talk the truth. So those are not the kind of people that will show up and I'll have respect for them. No, that's the only thing our scientists they do. When COVID come, our scientists they do Agbo where they make prick stand. Agbo where they make you make love to woman for 10 hours. You want to kill the woman. You want panda die. Well, let's move on to the story. This is my way. The group, in a letter dated 7th August 2022, an address to Minister of Sports Sunday Dari and NFF President Mervyn Pinnick, signed by Secretary of the body Dagogo Jumbo. By now, that Dagogo Jumbo supposed the chill for detention. One, that if the election is not postponed, many lives will be lost. Now, this takes me to a different angle of this conversation. Previously, the NFF insisted on postponing the election. The minister said this election, if you know, hold this September, our blood will rule. Now they are going to hold the election. Blood wants to flow, our head go rule. Now blood wants to flow, bomb want to explode. Okay, that's cool. Well, they said to be for one is to be for hand, but me, the worry boy in me will double dare these people. We will hold the election. It's what I want to do, more I can do. But you know, I'm not in that position, so I'm going to sit in my house and observe from the terrace. Okay, this is the quote from the letter. He said, "We write to ask for the cancellation of the NFF election holding in Benin City, Edo State, on the 30th of September 2022. This is so because of the atrocities committed by the present board." How does atrocities committed by the present board affect bombing and flowing of blood? If you have fact and evidence, then take them to court. You can't juggle justice your way through this one. We still live in a country where there are laws, even though the laws are, loop-sided. It favors the rich and oppresses the poor. But you could still go to court. Why threaten to bomb anybody? I don't know, but let's see how it goes. Committed by the present board, embezzlement and fraud. Is embezzlement or fraud? Not the same thing. Embezzlement and fraud committed by the Amaju Pinnick led board with various cases pending at the ICPC and EFCC. Now, this is where I really have a problem with this letter. If you already have cases pending at ICPC and EFCC, why don't you let the law take its course? Why don't you let EFCC and ICPC do its job? Why do you want to bomb anybody? And then the next election means that Amaju Pinnick is already going out, so he can squarely face his warrant with the ICPC and EFCC. But then you want to bomb? I think that's a threat against the state. What's the word they use for it again? Treasonable felony. That's the word, right? Okay, my lawyer people and my government people, my science I studied for school, please come and explain this crankum that we're facing right now. But I think it's treasonable felony. But let's see how it goes. Okay, pending with ICPC and EFCC, refusal to carry various players, unions, and so many stakeholders along in the intended election. What's that? What players union? Players union that cannot fight for players when they are owing their salaries. Players unions and stakeholders that the only thing they need is when Nigeria is going for a match, they should give them visas and free pass to go, so, and they carry their girlfriends, their concubine or side chicks along on those trips. Is that the stakeholders that we're talking about? Stakeholders that have not done anything to grow spots in the land. Stakeholders, which stake that they hold? Which investment stake that they hold in this our football? Well, let me just sit back and enjoy the drama. In view of the above, we ask that the election be stopped till such a time all reforms are carried out. Refusal to adhere, now this is the bombshell. Refusal to adhere to our warning will be met with very serious consequences. Okay, consequences according to my brothers from the northern side of the country. We will not hesitate to bomb and bring down the venue of the election, and blood will flow. Your agreement to the cancellation will save many lives. Okay. The 8-year tenure of the current board, led by President Pinnick, is expected to elapse on September 30th, and that board must go. Okay, that board must go. Amaju is my guy, but that board must go. And this whole threat of blood and my work. Okay, Super Eagles Midfielder joins Japanese side. Who's that person? Okay, this guy used to be one guy that everybody said is the next best thing. I remember Ogus, the comedian. Bro, you must promote this guy. I said, I don't do promo like that, bro. I used to work in Bill like that. Like, you must promote this guy now I won't know, and Delta, blah, 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 blah. I said, well, let me watch him first. And I watched him like twice, and I called him and said, this boy doesn't play ball. This ball will play, so you know me for real. I play this ball. This boy knows really sabi play the ball like that too, but he's just there. Just run anywhere but left face. Now he play for Fido. So no. You don't look at where you get bias. Okay. When he start to play the ball, we will say, well, let me read the story. Super Eagles midfielder Mikel Agu has moved to Japanese side Shonan Belmer of the J League. Agu started his foreign adventure with the reserve side of the Portuguese Primeiras league side FC Porto in 2012-2013, where he made 63 appearances before joining the first team, playing twice in 2016. Just two small games like that. He has played in Belgian Jupiler League with Club Brugge on loan and for Victoria Settima twice also on loan. Well, I wish him the very, very best anyway. August, your guy don't go to Japan now. You have to look through the internet to be able to watch him play. He finally left Porto in 2019 and joined Victoria Guimaraes, where he spent 3 years and spent last season on loan with the Spanish second tier side, Fuenlabrada. All these club name keep us sharp. The Japanese side confirmed the acquisition of the Nigerian on their Twitter page, and he has also resumed training with the club. I wish him the very best, and I hope that he get better time and better pay to live his good life even after football. So let's take a wrap of what went down in European Champions League on Wednesday. Don't forget that today is the UEFA Europa Cup. All right, European giant Real Madrid is similar. Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain all registered victories, but Juventus and Chelsea dropped points on Wednesday UEFA Champions League group stages. Okay, PSG forward Lionel Messi made Champions League history by scoring for the 18th consecutive season in the competition, as the French side came from behind to win 3-1 at Maccabi Haifa. Also, he has now scored against 39 different clubs in the competition. Wow. Kylian Mbappe and Neymar scored second half goals to help the team win their second successive Group H game. Okay, that's a good one. Reigning champions Real Madrid cruised to a 2-0 victory over RB Leipzig thanks to late goals from Federico Valverde and Marco Asensio. Okay, Valverde broke the deadlock in the 80th minute before substitute Marco Asensio sealed the points in stoppage time with an immaculate finish from Toni Kroos's comeback. Okay, that's a very good one. And then let's move further down the road and see AC Milan secured their first Champions League win this season and moved to the top of Group E after beating Dinamo Zagreb 3-1 at the San Siro. Olivier Giroud led them from the spot towards the halftime mark before Alexis Selemakers and Tomaso Pobega added 2 strikes. Mislav Osic secured Dynamo's consolation in the second period to make it 2-1, but then eventually Pobega made it 3-1 in favor of AC Milan. Let's move further down the road and talk about a kung fu kick kind of goal. Erling Haaland came back to haunt his former club with a stunning acrobatic kung fu kick, or you can say Shaolin soccer kind of kick winner as Manchester City came from behind. Everybody's coming from behind, and I like that style. Okay, to end a hard-fought 2-1 win over Borussia Dortmund at the Etihad Stadium. Okay, Graham Potter's first game as Chelsea coach ended in a 1-1 draw with RB Salzburg at Stamford Bridge. Okay, the next game, it's not going to stay easy. It's not going to stay easy. I think they're playing against AC Milan next. It's not going to stay easy. Olivier Giroud might just come and bite you guys where it hot. Benfica fought back to secure a 2-1 win at Juventus with goals from Gian Mario David Neres in Champions League Group H. The Italian side took a 4-minute lead through Arkadiusz Milik, but the Miliki enough floated. But the visitors replied with goals from Gian Mario, penalty in the 43rd minute, and David Neres in the second half. FC Copenhagen held Sevilla to a scoreless draw as both sides picked up their first point from a game that showcased plenty of effort but little effective attacking football. 10-man Rangers suffered a 3-0 defeat to Napoli at Ibrox Park, where penalties proved the turning point of the game. And the amount of penalties play, somebody encroached, score. Well, let's get the full score for matches that happened. Rangers 0, Napoli 3. In Group A, Group E, you have AC Milan 3, Dinamo Zagreb 1, Chelsea 1, RB Salzburg 1. In Group F, you have Shakhtar Donetsk 1 and Celtic 1. Real Madrid 2, RB Leipzig 0. Group G, you have FC Copenhagen and Sevilla playing 0-0. Manchester City on their second straight win, 2-1 over Borussia Dortmund. Group H, you have Maccabi Haifa 1, Paris Saint-Germain and goes from those 3 guys, Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi. Juventus 1, Benfica 2. It's a tie. Is it time to let Allegri go? Is it time to tell him hasta la vista? Is this time to say arrivederci and move on to somebody else? Just anybody, maybe a new coach, a young coach. They should go gamble like Chelsea on Italian's version of Graham Potter and see what comes out. Maybe they should go and get Gattuso. I don't know, but I don't think that Allegri's got the Midas touch anymore. He used to be a guy who's a grafter, whose tactics really does work, but I don't see that happening anymore. But let's hear from the Chelsea coach and read up what he's got to say. Chelsea head coach Graham Potter expressed frustration at Chelsea's inability to win against RB Salzburg last night on match day 2 of the UEFA Champions League. It was Potter's first game in charge, and after the 1-1 draw last night, quoting from the SkySports.com, he said, "Frustrated with just the 1 point. I enjoyed how the players went about their work tonight." That's a low class coach with that. I thought we got Raheem into some good 1v1 situation. Raheem, you're not being thrown under the bus. You had a good 1v1 position, but you did not use it. Our response was good to conceding, but we needed a second goal and it didn't come. Okay, no fireworks, fireworks for come, but not come. There was no coming in the game. Mona go ask rest. I rest till they come. Because to say now sign rest now, but my rest it will teach now actually come, but not come. So let's leave it like that. We're disappointed with the 1 point. They gave everything. I was very proud of how they acted. Hey God, I trusted this guy, the coach. Don't be writing out. It's not been easy for them either. A change of coach and all that comes with that. They've acted professionally, honestly, and taking responsibility. Effort was 100%. The result was 10%. Okay, I mean that one will not be talking. But let me say this. Like Abia will say, first Sabo. Let me say this. Press conference is always a way of knowing a coach. It said they changed new coach. In the last 20 years, Chelsea are used to changing coaches. I think Chelsea have had over 19 coaches in the last 20 years or more, if I'm not mistaken. Chelsea are used to changing coaches, and that's not an effect. Chelsea changes coaches and the thing get better. Right now, this man who self-acclaimed that he's never watched any Champions League match live came up and got a 1-1 draw, and these are his excuses. Okay, I wish them well. I hope that they get it going and they do well. But then this sole talk of the day, like I said, the question I have for the day, leave all this NFL bombing, LMC ceiling. I'll read that news anyway. But the question I'm asking, as a football fan or a Chelsea fan, and I see some of the Chelsea fans around me here already, where do you think Graham Potter would take Chelsea to? Can he open the portal for success, or is practically going to open the portal and destroy the speed train or whatever they call it for Flash? Is he going to open the portal like Doctor Strange and herald them into glorious success, or from the look of things, or one match is too early to judge him? Well, remember that the death of the Queen opened the door for them to train more, to not play in the weekend. I guess if they had played over the weekend, they would have been beaten, and then come to the Champions League, they might have also been beaten, and they would have said, "Oh, the time was too short to prepare the team, blah, blah, blah." But from what you've seen, where do you think that Graham Potter will take Chelsea? My position is that Chelsea is going to end in 7th, between 13th and 7th position, not higher than that. But I mean, you can contradict me. You can tell me, "Oh, Potter, from what you've seen, the signs are there that they will win it." But while you're contemplating on that, to drop your comment on Instagram or YouTube, let me read this the story that came out that just dropped. Okay, the officials of the Nigerian police force were seen on Thursday morning sailing off the Maitama Abuja office of the league management company. Okay, not fewer than 20 policemen. Why did they say for Mumu errand? Nigerian police and plenty. Okay, early this morning took over the office at number 20 Osun Crescent off IBB Way, Maitama. BSN Sports gathered that the policemen were brought to the office by the Bureau of Public Enterprise, BPE, engaging one of the staff who preferred anonymity. He said the sealing of the office was unconnected to the response letter written by the LMC to the federal government. He said the arrogance portrayed in their letter triggered the action. We are here to seal up the office because of the arrogance and rudeness of the LMC later to the federal government. It is Nigerian Football Federation that should be so dealt. But for now, we won't. I don't understand. I don't understand. This does sound like, pride. What's arrogance in replying to it later? They should have come and lie down and be begging. He said Nigeria is a very funny place anyway, but hey, let's move on. Recall the Ministry of Sports ordered NFF to withdraw the operating license. No, they did not order them, they advised them from the LMC. The decision to remove the LMC from managing the Nigerian League was a directive by Mr. Shut up. The president. Really? The president. Okay. Mr. President, upon presentation by the Honorable Minister, the approval was received precisely on 25th of April 2022. The ministry, to avoid a disruption of the Premier League, waited to effect the directive during the wait period. The ministry tried to engage NFF and LMC to ensure reforms were made, but no change happened. So LMC press statement was a direct affront on the president and supervising ministry. Let's get this thing clear. I hate to say this, but I know that President Buhari is our president, but if you look at the antecedent of the president, you think that Buhari is the kind of guy that will sit down in a meeting and discuss Nigerian League. Like, that of all the things in this country that's going on, the dollar skyrocketing, like it's on Elon Musk's Tesla car, or flying to the moon, and the naira crashing like a meteorite that is coming from out of space, and the whole insecurity in this country, we're preparing for elections and all that. And you think that this man, this handover note to Nigeria is to disrupt a league that the government is not funding? Like, it's not taking a dime out of the government. The government have nothing to do with the league. Like, there is not a single budget by the Nigerian government on the league. And you think that you carry this matter and go and sit with Buhari and say, the league, we want to dissolve LFC, a company that is registered by the corporate and allied laws of the country. I beg you, make we just sit down for where we did. This pride, they go before it follow. This kind of power where some people think say they get. But let's just enjoy the drama. When I tell you guys that Nigerian football it go hard for us to grow, people think, oh, that you're just talking rubbish. No, I'm not. I'm very close to the front of the event. So when I say these things, I'm not saying it because I hate the system. After I'm part of the ecosystem, I will benefit more if Nigerian football grow. But hey, it is what it is. OJB is here. OJB say blood will flow, and he laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, and he's rolling on the floor right now somewhere in Europe. My guy, that's my guy. Fine boy. I can dress very well too. Okay, Otuya Martins, my guy. He said, well, from what I saw yesterday, I was not too convinced with the tactics, but I will be realistic. I will be a realistic football fan and say, let's give him 5 games and then we can judge properly. 5 games. In those 5 games, you will draw 2, lose 2, win 1. And then we'll come back and have this conversation. Martins, no vessel. Martins, you never send grilled steak and bolly. Come give me so that we'll talk about this thing on this show. I'm just waiting. The distance not far before Greenland to Ajah. This patch rider is supposed to bring hot one. We will just discuss the matter. Martins and me. But let's leave that matter first for another day. Let me go to my guys on YouTube because I love them so much. These guys are the guys that are keeping this company going. Emperor, you say good morning. Good raining morning, and then he went on to say, I saw the predicted combined North and South first 11, and I agreed with Todd Boehly. A nice idea. Man City, Liverpool, and United up against London Boys and co. Okay, so one moment the idea was not good. Now people are beginning to fall in love with it. You know that's how it is. It's like a new song. The music, an artist will release a song and say, I'm not feeling the song. I remember when Wizkid released Essence, and they were like, no, it's not, I'm not feeling the song. Wizkid have lost touch with his roots. When the song begin with that word, people change their mind. Yeah. So this is how ideas are. When the man first said it, I said, I go with it. It's a nice idea. Something for a change. There's something wrong with it. There is time to do it. After all, it's even way better than all those Mumu-friendly matches that you go to Australia to play. You play in an empty field. Nobody's watching. all that. But let me remind you, for those of you who are older like me, who know, like, we're not really old, but we're older, like, we're not millennials, okay? Remember when we used to have Afro-Asian Cup, where we used to have best of Europe versus rest of the world, you know, like that, where you have them, Zidane captaining one team, Ronaldo da Lima captaining another team that have some players from South America, some players from North America, some players from Africa. It was a beautiful, you know, real all-star game. And there's nothing wrong putting that up, for matches. I remember when Ronaldo da Lima retired, the former German goalkeeper with the dribble, breaking neck, Andres Kopke. Okay, some of you don't even know this name that I'm mentioning right now, but it happened in football. So I think I would love to see the All-Star game. Me, I would be very, very happy to see. Daniel Abano says, good morning, Elegbete. You always greet him, but you're not making contribution and all that. Just good morning every time. Say something else. Okay. Emperor, aka Oduni Remileko, your real name now is not your aka. I know Alan is a beast, but Cancelo is a genius. That guy perfected the act of crossing the ball with the outside of his foot. Man, the way he does it is not so seamless. Like, I mean, it's like Manuel Lokosa resurrected. And to think that he's a fullback, okay, or a wing back, whatever it is, but he plays like he's a playmaker. Man, that guy is good. He's the guy to have in your team, in your All-Star team. First off, let me make one confession. So I want to join this Champions League fantasy team, right? League. But I missed out on the first day. Now, 2 players in my team scored a hat-trick on the first day, but I didn't register on time, so I was blocked from registering them. And I didn't gain points. Now, by this week, Benzema was injured. I mean, yes, Benzema was injured. I had to change him and bought Mbappe. Okay, Mbappe scored. Anyway, was the star performer of this week. But the point gap between me and the people that I'm chasing, even if they give me Max Verstappen car, I'm not going to catch them. I break Bonago be. Like, this is going to be one of those things where I would woefully fail. And I'm already feeling bad about it already. But I need to go get Nigerian police to seal all my opponents in the league that I'm playing in and see. Even in the EPF Fantasy League, I still don't like where I am. I'm in 4th position. My first year of joining fantasy, anything fantasy, I'm in 4th position on that league. And I want to go to the top. And this Emperor, this Oduni Remileko is the guy that is on top. I like him on this place. But on that fantasy, I don't like him. I need to get a sniper to shoot him on that position. All these players that he signed, all of them will score home goals. That's my own. Let's move on. Let's move on the conversation. Favorite. Okay, yes, a favorite city player. For my edition, I say good morning, good morning to you. He said Juventus just can't win to save their life. It is just going down. They try and fight, but just feel the spine is weak. Spine. Oh, spine. At least, where are you people? We created that word with Atsimene, right? Okay, so just lacking the killer punch. No worry, we will give them the angle of Tyson Fury. That one, that punch, the kill. Where we need that one. Go and ask John to wind up. Otuyamati say, give me address now. I go send today. Road 8. No, I'll chat you up. Come on, I'll chat you up on WhatsApp. I'll chat you up. Chooks 9000, they say, you too like this, your guys, for YouTube. Yeah, so now see. Now the YouTube people, they keep me for business. Now they are the ones giving me hope. If people will subscribe every single day. You know that scripture where they write the Bible say there is joy in heaven over one soul that repented. Over one soul. YouTube people, I'm not gonna lie, you. I'm a YouTuber. Instagram can shut down. If I put on the Instagram live and only one person, it didn't bother me. YouTubers, the people who come to YouTube to join this live stream, the people who comment on my content, they are the people that love me enough to keep me going. So I would also appreciate it. Celebrate those who celebrate you. Rejoice with those who rejoice with you. Isn't that what they say? So it is the truth. I know that Instagram, when we say 1 million people go follow you, Instagram will still show you the old followers that you get. Instagram now, I just use that because some people just say, keep us going. If not, Instagram and Facebook, I don't get the time. YouTube, I'm a YouTuber. This is where my business is. This is my business. So always put your business forward. Don't deceive yourself about it. Chooks tonight, as I say, you too like this, your YouTube. How about we that are on Instagram? My friend, get out of Instagram and go and watch on YouTube. What Instagram do? You never notice, say, no matter how many people follow you, and the old number where you do, you go see it. I am Dami_IBK. It says Harry Potter era has begun. The new owners will understand why patient pays, especially in new business terrain. Thomas Tuchel replacement is not the best for a caliber of Chelsea FC, but sign with them. I like where these people put this thing. I am Dami IBK said good morning, elevator. So let me talk, let me give you my take on Harry Potter. I don't know what call him Harry Potter now. Graham Potter. The thing is, I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but the thing that the English press is using to sell him is useless. It's like when they use the most foul player to sell what's it called, Jack Grealish. He not sabi play ball. Okay, if you sabi play ball, you know, for what we will say, if you not sabi play, you sabi watch. Okay, if you sabi watch ball, not people sabi play now. You will not say Jack Grealish not sabi play ball. I don't like for what you call like gra football. They play kitty football. He not sabi play ball. But they sold him on this. Oh, he's the most fun player. Now we need to see those nonsense. Now let's go to Graham Potter. They sold Graham Potter on us that he's the most educated English coach ever. That is, he went to the army and studied psychology. What has I did human psychology, maybe. So what has that got to do with anything? I'm not saying it's a bad education, but what has that got to do with anything in terms of tactics, in terms of putting players together, getting this to go? If you want to be a psychologist, then go behind the scene and be a psychologist. But using that as the premise to sell a coach, for me, was crap. Secondly, this guy does not have experience. It's just coming to put in hands-on experience in big situations. Highest points is amassed in English football is 51 points with Brighton and Hove, and it was over-celebrated. I remember when he got 41 points back-to-back, and it was seen as heaven. Okay, with a club like Brighton and Hove, good. But you see, Chelsea is different. The payroll of Chelsea alone makes you go, like the fuse in your head will go off. And you have to deal with all this character, all these stars. Then the timing of coming into Chelsea is also very wrong. There's no structure behind you to support you, to help you do some stuff, help you plan January signings, impending Chinese signings that are coming. I know that Todd Boehly have said, oh, we'll be patient with him. But if Chelsea are in 9th or 10th position by the close of January window, and it's looking like there is no way they can dig themselves up out of this pit, and it seems like they're going down, going down, going down. There is no way Bolly would look at his business. A business that you invested 4.7 billion already to buy, and then you've also invested over 250 million to sign players that I don't even know the players, right? I don't even know what the value those players are bringing. Because if you look at what Man City spent to sign players this window, what Arsenal spent to sign players, even Man United, you say, okay, since some players are the same. And now you're bringing a coach who doesn't have a big club experience, who's not been there. At least you would have allowed him to go coach club like Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham, sustain it a bit. But you just bring it. I think the only thing that Chelsea have succeeded in doing is prepare the biggest payday for him. Because when he was he went to Sweden, made some good success from the lower league and came to Swansea. When he coached at Swansea, he switched out before Swansea also. When he coached at Swansea, he was plucked off. They didn't give him payoff. He went to Brighton and Hove again. He was plucked off. They didn't give him payoff. Rather, they paid money to the club. Now, at Chelsea, nobody's going to pluck him. Nobody's going to pluck him. So, the thing that they've done for him is that for him to get his first ever payoff for getting sacked, that's what Chelsea have succeeded in doing. I don't see him delivering. And guess not taking, Chelsea should just hurry up now and drop to Europa. And then in Europa, try to go and win it so that they will convert. Because the top four, this is how they exit the top four with ease and make the journey easy for people like them, Spurs, because Spurs, too, all those Antonio Conte talk is just a joke. But we'll see as the season progresses. That's my take on them. You guys can have your take and people can say anything. But see, no matter how good somebody is at driving a regular car, it doesn't mean you should throw him in a truck and expect him to do excellently well. I'm not saying Graham Potter is not a coach. By the standard of a coach, he's a coach. But you see, you need more than being a coach at Chelsea. And even coaches that are top of the line coaches, when Chelsea had all those Mariana, everybody backroom staff and the structural directors, everybody working well, they struggled. Now you now have a coach who would double as a scout. And it's in Chelsea, he will double as a scout, he will try to negotiate contract. The new owners are from America. What they are seeing is entertainment and sales of jersey, how they can turn this whole thing into a commercial entity. They've not even put in the right people, the footballing people first. You're going to bring in a coach like Graham Potter. Okay, may they buy magic one for him. May they buy magic one for him. Amadou 19 says, you are damn right, boss. Elevator one, thank you very much. Udoh say, money, boss. This Cinderella love between Potter and Chelsea owners will soon see the Patience Ozokwo of Nigerian movie. I like that. I like it, man. I like that. So let me come back to my family people on YouTube. Additionally, I say, Chelsea, no, just one come. They don't want come. They don't want come. It be like Nigerian agbo seller. They give them something bitter. So they just the fire, not coming. They are not coming. That's what their coach said. No, not me. I'll come and say I'm the one that caused it. Amadou 19 say, Udoh, just leave me. He laughed there. Okay. Additional, I say one match is too early, but I am saying Chelsea will finish at Europa. That's if they will make it to Europa. This one with this the ninth position of the Swan. Emperor said he will take Chelsea to the trenches. They are going there already. The other one you say LCM, lowest common factor. Is it LCM you want to say LMC? While Asha are laughing and watching. Dijala Ufuma, he say if it is clear this sports minister is worse ever. Now war be this. Organ minister is worse than a tyrant. He is so full of himself. Is this how to play politics? He's smoking something that is too weak. Okay, Timothy Dembo say all this drama way them they do make them shout Allah league start this year. I broke. Everybody get it when they pay them. Everybody get where you take consign them. If like same league they go on Timothy they make money. So nobody should go and tell me that the league does not provide soccer for people. Daniel Abane said Chelsea will make it to second round. Chelsea have only 1 point now. They're playing AC Milan back-to-back next. Not like AC Milan is too good, but sometimes AC Milan can be very stubborn. And if Chelsea play like this against AC Milan, first off, they're going, I think they're going away to play AC Milan. AC Milan will beat them. And then AC Milan could come to London and get a draw. By that time, it will be 2 points out of 4 games. They are already out of the group. Okay? The last 2 will be against Shakhtar Donetsk in London and what's it called? The opener that they played yesterday, they'll play them again away from home. That's going to be, Dynamo Zagreb in London, sorry, not Shakhtar Donetsk. And that's going to be really tough. So if you are rooting for Chelsea had better start getting the result. Unfortunately, AC Milan stands in their way in the next 2 games that they will play. And you know that the way the whole thing is compressed, it's not that one that you play 1 game, you wait for 3 weeks, recuperate, and get yourself going. So the sharpness of the knife that is to cut you is just there waiting for you. Mr. Smile said it is the fact that they don't have goals in the Chelsea team that should be worrying their fans. No, their fans are saying something different. I don't see them scoring 2 goals in March. Who won't score? Obama block clock, man. That guy will score 40 goals in the season for them. And when they want to sign Obama, I tell them here, I told them that look, you guys are signing a player that doesn't care about the game. He just wants to use football to make money. He doesn't care. I'm an Arsenal fan. I suffered that for 7 years. For 700 years, we suffer with Aubameyang. That's not a joke. We're not going to watch. We will say. Additional for myself, John Stones' goal was masterclass. Man, that shot, it reminds me of the goal that what's it called? A former captain, Vision Company scored against Leicester. One of the seasons like that. His last season for the club, and he hammered that rocket against Leicester. That was beautiful. Remind me of Company. Oh. He also said the same thing. Remind me of Company goal against Leicester. Haaland finished it up with a Karat style, beautiful finish. No, I've not read what you wrote about Company. I saw the goal yesterday. That's exactly what just crossed my mind. Like, man, this is a reminiscence, but a different angle anyway. I still remember Africa All-Star versus Europe. It was just great the years back. Don't know why they stopped it. I don't know. Me too. I don't know. I used to enjoy it. I used to go to Mr. Obina's shop at Garage, opposite Oceanic Bank, opposite Mobi Filling Station, under that big upstairs where you have a bakery. to buy the cassette. Yeah, that's where you used to buy VHS cassette to come and play at home. It was beautiful. Like we watched that thing all day. If you finish, we use a hand rewinder. I don't know if you guys know that one, that hand rewinder, because if you use the video, it will be hot. That's what my standard will always say. So you don't want to spoil the video. You put the hand rewinder and go back to the starting again, and then we'll watch it again, and then we'll go back to starting. I know, like we could do that thing all day. And back in the day, remember, we didn't have generators, though, right? But there was light. We were shut off light for a very long time, and you watch it. If you stop, you will continue again. Life has changed, though. Peter, I wanted to say, as for me, I don't know where Potter will carry Chelsea go. There's no fighting spirit in the team, and no one is ready to put their body on the line. But Thiago Silva, the season go long for Chelsea fans. You know, the thing that is funny is, even though the new players that they brought in, and you thought, okay, these guys are coming to rejuvenate and revigorate the team, for where? They are not moving an inch. They're just playing like, let's get paid. And it's, you know, so back in the day where we're playing club football, when you are off season, someone now call you, no, there was no phone. Someone now come and meet us, get one tournament, don't play for Bomadio, you go play. Like you first start, you must always start with Shakara. That your Shakara is negotiation. But I beg, I don't want to play all those small football. But for your mind, you want to play. So Monito, say that one is your guy like that. We do Bokri and Bonway. Guy want do one. You want to do birthday for a wife or somebody, shift SC title, and they want round them up with football. Roberto Bizemo go play. Barista Smooth go play. This one, Echo to Ekomo, he go play. Once you hear all those things, you all say money don't do. Better people go do. Oh yeah, enter boat, go there, go play. As soon as you land like this bar for jetty, then they shoot you your bar straight up. So this is how Chelsea players play. In those games, you don't play to kill, because you don't say you get shots to go back to. You get Ibrahim or Hadland or whatever the club name was. You get club to go back to, better insurance. You don't kill yourself, but you will play to entertain. If not dream, oh Jesus Christ, that night, if you get like 5 free job big for the road. That's where all those terrorists get this 21 virgin idea from Sha. I think so. I just take Sinai to confess the sins of yesterday. So Timothy then must say, on top election where 44 person one vote, blood one day flow. Now wow, how the next Nigeria election will be? If not just NFF election, either they do all this one, they go seal up office, they go do this or they go do that. How the next general election will be? Which example this football people they show for this country now? Which example did they show people? Ordinary small election will be football matter. Then they threaten head to rule. What of state, local government, and federal election? I go be. And then the time you say now, government, I sign the sealing of office. Federal government, I sign the dissolution of LFC. Now the federal government not see letter of threat to human life for our country. You not go talk with. The president not go talk for this one. They not go hold meeting with her. You know they give order for this one. I mean, well, not to keep my fingers crossed, but they look sharp. Akimbola Larry said Nigerian football. Now, wow. Uduni Remileko said, God, I beg, who go help? Possible. You don't give everybody instrument to use. Well, I appreciate that. Let me go back to Instagram small before what's it called? My brother go come attack me here. Mr. Smile said Chelsea problem. I don't see them scoring. Okay, I think I've read that one. Omadu, you say Oba waiting, Oba Bokla. That's the guy. That guy is finished. Jare, boss, I tell him before I go by. Omadu, Omadu 99. Oba na ya is there for them. Oba na ya, Abanaya to take them to Abba. Jesus Christ, it might just me. And Amadu reply say, Philadelphia won't carry them go there to buy beer. I'm having fun today. The show is comic relief today from all the heavy rain that's been falling and all the stress, the cold, me wearing cardigan and all that. Okay. I thought the AC was not on. It's on. Okay. Additional is said to manage top professionals is different from handling upcoming fighters of relegation. The difference between Ancelotti and Potter. The language you speak to top professional is different. Potter never learned yet to. Digital he said Todd should better go and get football directors and build the football structure. I agree with you on that one. That's very, very important. Owoye Oyeride, he said, good morning, essay. Good morning to you. This guy calls me like he's my dad, you know. Chelsea and Potter didn't do bad at all last night. On another day, they could have scored 3 or 4 goals. I was impressed with him having the guy, the guts, I guess that's what you want to say, to bench Fofana and Koulibaly yesterday. Okay, good. You're 2 new signings, 2 most expensive players in the team. You bench them. Good one. Okay, let him bench them this weekend in the Premier League. That is if their match is not postponed. Okay. When you went on to say, what's up with the WhatsApp number, boss? Okay, so the phone is bad. The phone is bad, and I'm constrained, financially constrained. I've not been able to get a new phone. All those 150,000 would solve some of that problem. Okay, so I'm prioritizing. After all, we don't take calls that much on the show, so I think we could still keep up the comment on YouTube. That's the reason why. Peter, when I said law of diminishing return is happening with both Juventus and Max Allegri at the same time. Juve should stick with Max. At least they can afford to go trophyless and start from ground zero. I don't think that my friends who are Juventus fans will be happy with you right now, Peter. Yesterday was a birthday, so I'm not going to send anything back to you. Happy belated birthday to you. But you're hurting my friends. I don't like people hurting my friend, but then you're my brother, so I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it just go like that. Okay, so this one is coming from K. Udoh. It say, Baba, the way you take turn back, like say, Willy day your back, shock me, or Abi, na Oba if you're Oba. No, I was just thinking like this place is not as cold as it normally is. So I'm wondering if the AC don't stop to the work. Ibanga Smart, they say Solidarity na like Mr. John of sports. Now every party in the Mogbamoya. Hey, Solidarity, you are the official Mogbamoya of our sport. Now every party in the okay, branch and spoil. This man is primarily responsible for our not qualifying for the World Cup after influencing the sack of Gernot Raw. All right, yes. Dari wants to influence the result of the new NFF, the new president of the NFF, that most clueless minister I have ever seen. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. If he's a stronger warrior, let's see. He's using government power, but we should see. I'm just enjoying the drama. That's all. I'm just enjoying the drama. That's nothing else. I take a second boss. I beg to differ on the crisis rocking Nigerian football. This has nothing to do with Buhari. As usual, Buhari will say, I'm not aware. Abuja power drunk at it again. So who are you differing with? Are you differing with me? Because what you said is what I said. I'm not sure you're differing with me here. This is exactly what I said. I said that the president that does not even know, I don't think that Buhari knows that he appointed Solidarity. That's just the truth. That guy doesn't know anything about the country's security issues. You tell him that Buhari will not come and be discussing a league, who they run league. You know, even know how many teams they league. Adijala I say that is why he rushed to hire a novice with such money as a coach. Potter will never see anything yet. We they watch you. Even teams are happy it is Potter. No fear for anything. What a shame. And then the digital informer went on to say there is a reason why no top 6 investor have hired an English coach for ages. Okay, then you think because you have money, you will just change things. Third, ego learn. Yes, Peter, when I say now make Potter use that psychology education, take win over the egos of the Chelsea dressing room. We don't want excuses, so even myself, I don't want your excuses at all. Lai, pay Sako, okay, it's like good. Pay Saki go use. Peter, when I say AVB Potter, it will end in premium tiers. Potter is the only winner in this whole move to Chelsea. I agree with you. That other man, I said no playing at home first against playing at home first against a similar. Yeah, I just checked it. Sorry. Daniel Obanam says Sanford Bridge first, and then they go to San Siro next. Okay, so similar comes there, and let's say hypothetically gets a draw, and then go home and win. Or similar can even come to Sanford Bridge and beat them. Like this, Chelsea, they keep playing like this, they'll beat them. Maybe next week. Okay. Additionally, for my say, all of a sudden, the British media when say Cucurella is an expensive, foolish buy. As Potter enter, they started saying all sorts of beautiful things. See all the media watch about Potter. I laugh. I think he said those Abuja political actors using Buhari to achieve their selfish aim as usual. Unfortunately, Buhari will surely say, I'm not aware. I assure you will get from the top to the bottom of the matter. Okay, no problem. I assure you. He say NFL election palaver. Anyway, the Bubu Yaya continue. Hey, my brother, that's this guy, my brother from Edo side. Thank you very much. Abia Michelle, say good morning, Elegote. Good morning to you. What do you think the new PSG coach is doing right, despite him not being a world-class coach? He's managing the top stars with chaos in dressing room like last season. I think what he's done right is, one, he came with a CV that says, with all these big stars in Paris Saint-Germain, I won the league just 2 seasons ago over you guys. So give me that respect. And footballers like to give people that kind of respect because the man actually won the league over them. So there is no argument about whether he's good or he's not good. That's one. Secondly, he's not come to reel out a league, does and don'ts of Gatia. No, it's not the Lord Superior, Lord Christophe Gatia. You must do this, you must do that. It's allow them to be themselves. And I think that, okay, so one of my friend journalist friends told me that what he did was call all the players to a meeting and he said, listen, there's nothing that's going to happen here that will be worse than me getting sacked, okay, if we don't win anything. But the fans will never talk about me as a coach. The fans will talk about you guys as players that with all the big players that we had, we couldn't make progress. So let's forget our personal ego, our personal differences, which would always be there, and get the job done. And I think that is working. So every one of them is like really putting in the shift. They might not be friends. Mbappe and Neymar might not be friends. Neymar and Messi, good friends. Messi and Mbappe might not be, peas and pies. But when it comes to getting the job done, what the coach has just asked from them is your professional side. Forget any other thing. Just give me your professional side and we're good to go. And I think that is fine. And I also think that he's been very fair with his selection because that's also another thing that puts players off. He's been very fair with his selection, selecting players based on performance in training and all that. So it's going well, but we'll see at the end of the day. It does look like he would have a stable team. He would win the league. I don't know about the Champions League. It does come across to me like that would be a tough shift, but let's see how it goes. But then another question I want to ask, are we seeing a weakness in Man City? Yes, they keep possession. At some point, it seems like they would possess the ball for 90 minutes against Borussia Dortmund and not be able to score. But the shape that Borussia Dortmund kept made it difficult for them to penetrate them. Okay, but now this is what I'm saying. I was seeing a weakness that Man City cannot keep a clean sheet to save their life anymore. Almost every game they play, they're conceding goals. And not every team will score you first and allow you come back. Against Crystal Palace, they came from 2 goals down. Against Aston Villa, they came from a goal down. Against Dortmund yesterday, they came from a goal down. At some point, some people will lock shop. And that might just happen in knockout stage and or probably in the finals, like Chelsea did to them in that finals that we all thought they were going to win. Would this come back to bite them, or is it because of too much rotation, players are getting injured, and it's not working? I just want to take on this anyway. Remember, we have an extended version of the show, so it's going to take up to 10:30 before I leave the studio. Papa Jumar said that good morning, good morning to you. I see what you talk about Bernardo impact in City team. Yesterday, he changed the tides of the game immediately. He comes on. Thank you very much for that. How many goals he remain Messi to catch up with CR7? Now, waiting me, I did look for. Okay, it's remaining 14. It was 15 before, and he scored one yesterday. It's remaining 14. It's still a long way to go. I don't know, but I don't think that the priority for goals in the Champions League is for Messi. But I mean, if he gets the chance, he will score. The thing that is missing in Messi's game is that he does not score free kick like he used to score anymore. Okay, the bend and the curve and all that are not working for him anymore, and I can understand. The muscles are a little bit weaker now. He can't drive the ball the way he used to drive it, like he's playing golf and all that. So, and then it's not the priority penalty kick taker as well. So, Cristiano Ronaldo should stay comfortable. I think if Cristiano Ronaldo needs to worry, he should worry about his setting Erling Haaland. That guy would, if he continues to play like this, because eventually he might leave England and go to Spain. If he continues to play like this, he would shatter all the records when it comes to everybody leading the line right now. But it's coming gradually. It's still a long way to go. Like I said, playing for Manchester City might not, bring those recurring injuries because he will not need to run 45 meters and bust much space. So we're seeing that already. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. Okay. This one is coming from Debanom. He say, "Good morning, Legote. This is Daniel Abanom. Just left your YouTube. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Smiles." He say, "Can't wait for this World Cup. Tipping Brazil, Argentina, Spain. I like Denmark." Okay, yeah. I had an interview with my friend, my former teammate. It was my friend. I was a journalist as well in Denmark, and it was a good one. I think if you're on the YouTube channel, you will see the interview. Mr. Smile said, "Boss, Pedri is just 19. Man must have played 2,590 minutes. He is so good." Okay, so I saw him against Bayern Munich. And I'm one of those who say that he's good, but I think that his decision making is still poor. Yeah, he's going to play a lot of games. He's going to improve. He's going to get better. But his decision making is still very poor, just like Ansu Fati and Dembele. Those are the players that if Barcelona will not make success, those are the players that are going to be responsible for that happening. I don't think that I feel bad when I saw them lose to Bayern Munich. It's just one of those things that happen when you have a team that's your boogie team. Sometimes you can even play well and just luck will not be on your side. And that's what happened because if they converted the chances that they had in the first half, they would have won that game long before the second half rejuvenation of that 5 minutes madness where Hernandez scored and then Sanusi scored that beautiful solo goal. But I think that with time, Pedro will grow, will learn from his mistake and get better. But I think the only thing missing in this game is that decision making. And then sometimes when he misses the ball, he should just go on with the game. Those holding your head like Alex Iwobi and bending down, and the game is going on. The game is not stopping. So if he fixes those part of it, it's not going to be Xavi, it's not going to be Iniesta, but he could have something that would be similar between him and Gavi, and the both of them will be good. But I think that's sometimes absent-mindedness in this game and poor decision making when they are attacking is going to be a problem. But that doesn't remove anything from him. He's a top quality player. I love the way he plays. I love his control, the way he twists and turns, the way he runs around. And one of those players you want to have on your team, definitely for sure. I'm not sure that Barcelona will look forward to selling him at any time, but there's still room for improvement. There's still a lot of things that needs to improve in this game. Mr. Smile said his composure is just something else, very press resistant. Yeah. If it is that one, is good at the press resistant side of the game. Abaya Michelle said, "Good morning, Lagote. What do you think of PSG?" Okay, I said that one. Abaya want to say also, Messi seemed to be in a fine form this season. What do you think could be the reason? I just think that he's have like lesser responsibility. You know that Paris Saint-Germain loses a game, nobody says Messi like he was in Barcelona. Nobody calls him like try to put any blame on him. So he's free. He's playing a free football, and the fact that he's going to go to the World Cup does seem to like excite him. Paris Saint-Germain seems to come across like a training ground for him where all he needs to do is just keep himself fit, be okay and fine, and then play with his friend Neymar does make him happy. And quality players love to be happy. They do better when they're happy. And that's why I was saying that Manchester United should let Cristiano Ronaldo go, because if a player is not happy, he doesn't deliver at premium for you, and that could be a problem. Nurin Turin, my brother and friend, he said the current Juventus is average at best. Just the fact, I think it's best they enter the Europa League and try to regain some confidence. So you think Europa League will make it happen? I don't think that Juventus is good. I mean, a team that is struggling with Salernitana, struggling with some small teams in Italy, even if they come to the Europa, that even worse because they might just get bashed and battered, and it will be surprising. I think they should just get knocked out of the Champions League group stage, and then they go back and focus on the league. That's what I think anyway. But hey, if the fans want them in Europa, who am I to stop them? Thursday night, Europa night is the new anthem. Noel, you are not nice. You are not nice at all. Peter, when I say were they thinking about the mental health of other Serie A football fans when they were winning six Scudetto titles on the bounce? They go suffer 600 years. I'm not the one that said it to Noel and my friend Nazri. I'm not the one that said it. It's Peter. Hold Peter responsible. Timothy Dembo said, but being serious, it's sad investors are seeing this drama and they are laughing so sad. Beaten up where we just signed for league. Could they imagine the whole drama? Yes, I was about interviewing the beaten up guy the other day, but I just said, let me not start another problem. Like I asked him, with all this drama that is going on now, would you still continue, or you want to cancel your investment, your partnership, what you signed is with the LMC, and they're trying to change it. What's your position? What's your company think? What's the plan? But I think I'll be jumping the gun and going over my head and trying to suggest things in people's mind. So I just told the guy that, don't worry, let's put the interview forward. It would have been good for my channel, but at the same time, it would have been bad for the system. So let's protect the system and hope that the channel grow in a different trajectory. Okay. Noel Turini said they won't win the Europa League, but yes, you have a point. Perhaps they should focus on one competition, the league. Fair point. Okay, Peter, it's all fair banter. Good one, brother. Oh God, I love you, man. I love you for that. And then this one is somebody sent me a message on my personal WhatsApp, and I don't even have the person's number. Hey, Sunday Olise, my guy. Sunday Olise is just hailing from Belgium, and he's listening, and he's salute, Skipo. How you doing, my guy? Let's leave it like that. Not every day you have a superstar listening to you and hailing you, in the comment section. I just wonder why message will drop on my personal device. Okay, you don't know me, Abi, of my familiarity. The way you know, go YouTube, go drop your message. It's a good morning, boss. Good morning, fans of the show. I came in a bit late. I hope I'm on the right number. See, for Nigeria, getting certificate not just for title way them go read for occasions has to boost their pride for public. I never still understand how this election won't take involve bombing and bloodshed. Our political IQ for this country really low. May God help us. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. And this one comes from a number that I don't know. So my phone said, hello, good morning, Nedafe. Good morning to you. And I want to know, as a YouTuber, do you regret not starting early? Do you feel like what you're doing is getting the expected traction based on the work you put in or not? I am also a YouTuber, and I am feeling the frustration and almost ready to quit. SKE. Okay. SKE. Let me take it. S.K.E. Let me take it this way. To be very honest with you, there is going to be frustration, and I think that, and I speak for everybody when I say that this cut across all walks, and people watching it right now, whether on Instagram, YouTube, or listening on the radio, will agree with me on this. Every job is frustrating. There's not a job you do that does not come with its own frustration. What is hard with YouTube is that you can work for 10 years and not earn a dime, and then you're putting in money, putting in everything. But it's just going to be that one moment where you will break through. And once that happens, it will just continue. It will start paying you for all of the previous ones. So SKE, this is what I'll say to you. If YouTube is something you want to do, because listen, not everybody is going to make it on YouTube. If YouTube is something you want to do, stop looking at the numbers. Stop looking at the earnings. Keep doing what you love and keep pushing, right? Eventually, it will come good. But if it is not, if you're just doing it, oh, I've done it for 4 or 5 years and there's no result, oh, I put content out there, I'm getting only 50, 20 views. I mean, as popular as I think I am, I get 20 views for a content that we put everything, do all the editing. And you know, the amazing part is sometimes I just take my phone and record something, I get 100,000 views. So you have to understand that YouTube is one business that you have to invest heavily. It's like doing oil business. It's like doing so some major kind of business where you need to put in big money to invest big money. So it takes hard work of grinding and consistency of putting up content, because there are over 7 million people dropping content every day. If you get angry and you pull out, people will not even miss you. That's the truth. Nobody will miss you. They will forget. They will not remember that you were there. It's just like when I left Brilla. Most people didn't miss me because they moved on fast. There are other radio to listen to. There's a whole lot. I mean, it took some time. Just imagine hypothetically that Muffin didn't leave, Overdose didn't leave, Sexy Joe didn't leave, all of these other guys didn't leave. Nobody would even remember what I was existing. So that's how YouTube is. What you need to do is keep on grinding, keep on putting your stuff, and then come on, remove your eyes from the numbers. And it's hard. It's hard to not see the numbers, especially for people that have not been monetized, that are looking for that 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of view time or 4,000 minutes of view time. It's hard, but the result at the end would be worth it. Okay. Having said that, in my own coming to the question you asked me directly, there are times where I've gotten discouraged, but it's not because of the YouTube. I won't lie to you. It's because, I mean, when I calculate what I spend on electricity, I live in a part of Lagos where light is hardly available, the amount of generator that I've packed up and all that, I really feel like, you know what, let's call Aboki, let's sell all this over. There's somebody that needs it, there's a church that will need, have a brand new mixer that we've never used. There are people that would need to buy it. Let's just push it and go on. I still have openings to get a job anywhere, okay, in the media space. I feel that most of the time, especially when I get stranded. But then I'm lucky, or I'm privileged to have a group of people that I call the WhatsApp, the Elevator TV WhatsApp family. The group of people who, first off, over a year ago, bought us a generator, spent about 500,000 to buy us a generator. That changed the dynamics for me, because I started asking myself, why would I quit on people who, some have not met me, some don't know me, spend their money and buy me this generator to power us on, and the generator is still working very well, and I want to quit on them. And I've had those situations where, you know, my kids had to stop going to school, you know, all those stress because of I'm putting all the money here. And there are times also when I felt like, you know, we're really doing real work, real hard work, and it's not pulling through. Take, for instance, when we branched off to do the Super Eagles documentary that failed because they didn't qualify for the World Cup, and all the investors pulled their money. It was crazy. But hey, that's life. That's life. Okay, so you can't quit on yourself unless it's not what you want to do and you have something else that you can do that will work well. But if you really want to be a YouTuber, find the content that you like, just keep doing it. And then again, on YouTube, some of the content that really work well is the how to do this, the hack. If you can start, one of the things that I learned when I was invited to the training the other day online was that if your channel, I can't do that with my channel anymore, but if your channel have not taken a known shape, you can start with the how to do this, how to do that. It works, it grows your number fast, and then eventually you now pivot to what you really want to do. For me, I want to be a game changer in sports, and that's where I focus. If you look at it, even our radio, we've eliminated a lot of the entertainment content. Where one of the mistakes that I made, somebody asked me that question a couple of days yesterday, but there was no time for me to answer. One of the mistakes I made when I started was that I wanted everybody to grow together at the same time, but I realized that not everybody have the star power that I have, the brand power that I have. So the entertainment people didn't even understand what it means to really grow a YouTube channel or put content on the YouTube channel, use their phone to record themselves. So it wasn't working. And then if you notice now, when we got this partnership with UEFA and the Talk Sports thing, I just told myself, why am I stressing myself bringing in people to come talk entertainment from 6 a.m. to 9, and then they are not consistent. Today they're here, tomorrow there's an excuse. I have master cramp, I have this one, I have that one. Okay, let's flush that out, let's do sports. If we grow the sports to a particular point, and then we can now start to say, okay, let's give other people opportunities. So SKE, what I say is, I'm not a guru. I'm like, this is not football analysis. On YouTube Matter, I'm a learner. I'm like an upcoming person. I'm not the best person to give you advice, but I can only say in my own resolve, I've reached a point of no return, because I have people behind me that if I quit, I would disappoint. One, the other day, Emmanuel Hitton called me and said something that was very instructive. He said, bros, don't think that we're not watching you. We're watching you. We want to see you like really succeed, and then we can put our foot on. But if you have not succeeded, it's hard for us to go, because if somebody as tough as you cannot make it, who are we to come and try it? But we pray that you succeed. And that really made sense to me. So there are people who are waiting for me to succeed in this and go. And then let's also say something here. YouTube success in sports content is not really a big thing in Nigeria. I'm practically maybe the biggest YouTube channel that focuses on sports in Nigeria. So it's going to take some time. And then collaboration within the sports space is hard. Unlike other like gamers, they collaborate. You say a gamer in the US collaborating with somebody in UK or in Europe, across Europe. That is hard here. And then, for instance, if you send a message to a Fabrizio, they will not respond to you. Send a message to some of these big names, they will not respond to you. So you've got to do it on your own. And then the fan base also. It takes time because you're competing against the best of the best, people with the best equipment and all that. So if it is sports that you're doing, I don't know, it's gonna be hard, but it's not impossible. Because something is hard does not mean it's impossible. I hope I made sense to that to your question, SK. But again, if you have good friends that are popular, maybe you go to church where you have some popular people, just get them to talk about your channels on their platform. I've spoken to a lot of people, footballers, comedians, and I noticed that they just say musicians as well. They say and they don't do it. So I don't ask anybody anymore. I just listen. I just knock on my head down and say, look, well, grind. It's happened before when I started radio. It's gonna happen. It's happening here again. So I'm not going to ask anybody, hey, come on, promote my channel on your platform or do this one. No, I'm going to grind and grind and grind. After all, we started from 1 subscriber, we're over 10,000 now. We're going to get to where we're going to. It's just that sometimes people, the time that you have to put in is hard. I don't like to use hard, but if you believe in what you're doing, just keep going. That's all I can say to you, because me too, I'm not an expert. I don't have expert position to give anybody on this one. But if you know people that are popular and they like you, just talk to them and see if they can talk about your channel on their platform, on their Instagram page. I like this YouTube channel. You like it, so subscribe to it. It might just work. Mr. Smiles on Instagram, I say, boss, now 2-hour show to the 1 hour 30 minutes. Yesterday I did only half hour, so I need to complete it. I got so many messages on WhatsApp telling me I need to balance the show. So let me give it to everybody what they want. It's raining out there. I swear I'm not going anywhere today, so I think I can do that. OZ Igalo say, good boss, good morning, boss. Good morning to you too. How is Milan today? And let me get back to YouTube and see. Timothy Namo say, but being serious, it's sad. Okay, I think I've seen this before. And Noah Turin, he said they won't win the Europa League, but yes, you have a point. Okay, I think I've read that one as well. As Patrick, he said, came in late. Today there's an extension to the show, so you can enjoy the extended part of the show. He said, good morning to everyone. Peter Wonada, he said, fair banter indeed. We are struggling together. I love Noah Turin. That's a good one. It's a good spot. Dijalo from he said, happy to have you, our legendary Skipo. We are happy to have you in our live show. Skipo, Helio. Patrick, he said, to everybody on here, don't quit, please. I mean, it's hard. It's hard, almost everything we do, especially in a country where it seems like the country is fighting against you. The country is fighting against you. The country does not want you to succeed. The country wants you to always be a beggar. The country wants you to always, be asking for handouts and giveaways. So being independent and being able to stand on your own is not one thing that they like. So I understand, but you see, try to succeed for yourself. The Alara say, as them not fit come, now them make Grand Potter, they carry them, they go back. This call matter. Okay, SK. Now I want to say thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate hearing this from you. Gives me another reason to keep on trying. It's not easy. YouTube is not as easy as people see it out there. It's true. Okay, thank you, SK. I appreciate the fact that you're listening. So the thing about YouTube is not like every other social media platform where it's not a go-to place for people. People only go there when they are searching for something. So when they're not searching for something, they don't go. And if you don't have your core people who view and subscribe, it's hard. And then another thing, see, the algorithm, the law for YouTube is too hard. One, if people are not viewing your channel to the end, YouTube algorithm will not promote you. If they are not commenting on your content, YouTube algorithm will not promote you. So it is not down to the people who are following you who are addicted to your channel. So those things also hinder growth. But what I understand what they are doing. They don't want all these robotics following. They want real, genuine people They want your channel to be reaching out to real life people, not just some robotics who just click play 5 seconds or 10 seconds, they go off, and then your numbers are added. Because this is money business. This is not Facebook or Instagram where you just get the numbers and all that, and then you go and use your numbers to. This one is money. As your numbers are going up, as your views are going up, you are paying you money. So they put all these conditions, all these safeguard to also protect their business model, which is not a problem. Your job now is to get it going. Now, for Nigerians, we're really not deep into YouTube like that yet. That's why we don't have too many YouTubers. And we're really more focused on, if you're doing video with people with big yams, big breasts, and comedians, then it will fly. So to have a show like this where we're talking, discussing, doesn't go. I remember somebody sent me a message that said I should bounce on the obedient movement and be doing political take on my channel. The danger of that, let me tell you, the danger of that is when election is over, everybody leaves your channel, and when you think your channel has gone up, it comes down. So you can't do that because it's a risk that is not good. It's a risk that is not worth taking. So you've got to stay on the side where everybody, the people know you as a sport channel. You have to focus on that. And then again, we are doing grassroots, right? So not too many people are interested in grassroots. They want you to interview the big name. They want you go and interview Haaland, go and interview Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, we don't have that access. We're not going to lie. We try to push. It's not working. I'm hoping, hopefully, I'll be at the World Cup. One of the things that I've decided is going to the World Cup. I might have to link up with a few other journalists who have access to these people. It's a long walk. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think it's going to happen. And then again, you cannot use your YouTube channel to seek accreditation for World Cup. Let's say, for instance, I have the accreditation form for this World Cup now, but there's a place where I need to feel and lie, and I'm struggling. I can't even afford that, because what it means is I have to lie that I also work for a newspaper service. So some guys in the industry told me, I just feel and but the problem with that is it's actually a lie. It's actually a lie. I don't think it's something that I've never had to need to lie, filling any form, cut my age, or doing wrong reference. I can't do it. So that accreditation, I just might not get it. I just might not do it. Okay, that's one. But I could also still go to the World Cup. But having gone to Dubai earlier this year and come back and spend close to 5 million for the Coach Ayere video, and then come back, it doesn't even get up to 1,000 views. I don't think I can go and raise that money again, because I don't want to lose my marriage because I want to grow a channel. So I'm going to find the balance in it. But if I get a sponsor along the way, if Nigeria qualify for the World Cup, it's a no-brainer. We have $1 million to play with and to come out with our fame. Our fame would have come out by now, and it would have been easy. But I wouldn't qualify, so it's a little bit tight. But we'll see how it goes. To me, it's hard for me to see that something is impossible. Unfortunately, it's how I was raised. It's hard for me to say something is impossible. I always believe that something is going to happen in the 11th hour. My job is to be prepared. When the train comes, I'll be able to jump in on the train. That's the way I see it. I say, okay, now I've said that. Is it Patrick say one day hustle go pay? Patrick Romana, I hope I pronounce the name well. He said, I write content for a YouTube channel, Grace Digital Network, based in Canada. I think there's some values around football that you can give to grow your channel. You can figure it out. Trust me on this. Thank you very, very much. I'm working on that. The other day I was working on a do you know content. Okay, do you know about the World Cup? Do you know about leagues and the rest? But I need to get it going properly, and I'm trying to get another video editor so that I don't overwork the guy that I have. And I think that's a content that will work anyway, but we've not fleshed it out completely. So what we're doing is we're actually getting prospective sponsors now for some of our content, some people to do partnership with us. Once that happens, I think we'll roll out that content and I'll see how it goes. But thank you very much, Patrick. It's a nice one that you chime in on that, because it's already something that we're thinking about here. And thanks for now helping to confirm that what we're thinking is not wrong. Thank you very much. As Patrick said, Nigeria is just pressing the neck of growth. I won't press and die. No problem. who will succeed. He said the harder the challenges, the sweeter the victory. So they say that's why if you win a game, the 90th minute of the game, you come back from a losing position to win. It's sweeter than if you start a game and you've scored 5 goals in the first half and you come in second half and score 2 goals. It's nice, but it doesn't. The memory does not last. But you can see that 1999 Manchester United victory over Bayern is always going to be in your head. Or Liverpool coming from a 3-goal down against AC Milan to win on penalties eventually, it's always going to be in your head. So that's how it works. So I think that with time we'll get there. I think that we've done the hard lifting already, setting up the structure. Going. We need to do a little bit of renovation and adjustment, but I think we'll be fine. And this is me. I just believe that we're on the right path. I will be fine. Lord Mayor, where have you been? It's a good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Where have you been? You're coming in so late. In the extended time, we've got just 5 more minutes to go. And Isreal Prize said, I just love the diversity to this show. I love it. Thank you so much. And then this one comes from Sammy. Sammy says, hello, Idafe, good morning. I love what you're saying. I love your belief and your confidence in what you're doing. When I watch you, what I look out for is the fact that does this guy knows what he's doing or what he's saying? The confidence and calm with which you say it and you articulate your point tells me you know what you're doing. Listen, great companies don't just rise up out of nowhere. They go through all of these things that you're going through. It doesn't matter whether your company is in the US, in Europe, Asia, or Nigeria. Nigeria may be harder, but other people have raised business in Nigeria before. Nigeria economy may not be as bad then as it is now, but the fact that you started a business under this government and you have stayed on for this long, this government is about to go out. One thing I can guarantee you is that whoever wins the next election cannot be worse than this. Things will go up and things might just work well for you. Just hang in there, stay on, and eventually it will grow. I hardly comment on your YouTube because of my place of work, but I follow you, and most times when I'm going home in traffic, I watch your content. I love what you do, especially for grassroots and for Nigerian football in general. Just keep it going, and the result will tell eventually. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for extending this one. I'm stuck in traffic under this rain, and I'm just enjoying it. But I don't comment because on my place of work, I don't want anybody tracking anything to me. That's why I'm sending it to your personal number. I know you don't have my number, you don't know me, but just say this is Samuel, someone who loves what you do and has been following you from your Brilla days and HIT. Wow, HITV days. Thank you very much. That's a long time for HITV. Best place I ever worked in Nigeria. Those guys treated me like a king, like royalty. Patrick Eromana says too many street football, some football stuff that may look foolish but makes sense. I've followed you for years now because I grew up in Warri and know a lot of people that you know. Wow. That's some kind of familiar spirit there. Thank you very much, bro. Onyabo, let me say it that way, but you do sound, your name does sound like you're from Edo anyway. Lord Mayor, he said, Chai, I busy, Joe, I don't miss Wella. Patrick Romana says, maybe I will call my YouTube consultant and ask what he thinks about your channel. That's if I can get him to view your channel. If he says anything, I will surely get back to you. I grew up in Warri area. I hail you. Thank you very much. Thank God that I extended this show. Thank God I extended this show. Okay. Lord Mayor, boss, are you concerned about too much injuries on our players, Moses Osimhen, Umar, with a table and Ndidi? Yeah, obviously, I'm concerned, but I also understand that injury is part of the game. I mean, I'm a victim of injury in football, so I understand the injury part of the game. Unfortunately, nobody wants it to happen to their players. So I'm concerned, but there is really nothing you can pinpoint as, oh, this is the cause of this injury. You know, we can do all the analysis like we did on Tuesday here. We talked about all of these guys. We can say, hey, they don't rest well during the off-season. Hey, they don't take care of themselves with their food. Hey, this one do that, and that one do this one. All of that, they can still take care of themselves, do all of these things, and still get injured. Sometimes it's just some things that you cannot explain. Look at Ojo Egalo. Who would have thought that a Nigerian player would be at that age and still be playing and scoring goals? And hey, before anybody say, hey, he's playing in Saudi Arabia, people play in Saudi Arabia and don't score that much goals. So it's not as easy as we all think. I think that somehow maybe it's the care. I'm not just putting it to that. This is not an expert opinion. This is just me giving roadside opinion. It's not an expert opinion. Maybe it's the way they care for themselves. They don't rest properly. I don't know. There just might be something there. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe this is just the phase where you have a ballpark number of Nigerian players getting injured, but I think they'll be fine eventually. I feel for them. I see the, you don't want anybody getting injured in football, especially, season like this. You just want them playing and going forward. But hey, this happened. Patrick Romana says maybe okay. I think I've seen that one before. Lord May, I say, boss. Okay, that's the one I read. And then Patrick Romana said, I am Isoko and my mom is Urobo. Oh, my grandmom is Isoko too from Adaoli. Okay, so you're my brother completely. Hey, Peter, I come and see your brother here. Okay, tell up your people, line up. Ever. It's a part of me that is Isoko. It's a deep part of me that is Isoko. Well, so that is how we come to the end of the show today. Thank you very much, guys, for taking out your time to give advice, support. It means a whole lot to me. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you've not, and help us to grow. That's all I can say. And then if you can drop by on our website, read the articles that the guys are putting there. I think they're writing some good stuff on the website www.elevatortv.com. And when you're done reading, drop a comment on the YouTube. So one of the things that I always say is that view the content and help us comment, engage us in the comment section, because the way the YouTube algorithm work is crazy. If people are not engaging your content, you're not going to grow. If people are not viewing your content, there's a whole lot of red taping, but then other people are growing in it, so we can't sit here and use that as excuse. Rather, we'll keep working and keep growing. Thank you to those of you who were also with us live on Instagram, and those of you listening via the mobile application or the website. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day. My name is Idafi Matthew. You love to call me the Elevator on Sports. Thank you to everybody who's dropped a comment on the YouTube channel today. Let's do this again tomorrow. It's a Friday edition. It will be 1 hour, not 1 hour 30 minutes. We've had 1 hour 31 minutes so far on the show here on YouTube. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. But don't forget to keep listening to the radio. I mean, it's Thursday. We're going to play a whole lot of good music for you. We'll do some throwback and bring them forward and do the best that we can do. Have a wonderful day.